Pickleball versus tennis versus padel, a comprehensive comparison. In recent years, racket sports have seen a surge in popularity, and while tennis remains the king of traditional court sports, pickleball and padel have emerged as exciting, fast-growing alternatives. Each sport offers a unique blend of strategy, physicality, and social engagement, making them appealing to players of various ages and skill levels. In this comparison, we'll explore the differences and similarities between pickleball, tennis, and padel, diving into their origins, gameplay, equipment, courts, and overall appeal. 1. Origins and history. Tennis. Tennis has a long and storied history, tracing back to the 12th century France, where it evolved from a game called jeu de paume, game of the palm. Modern tennis, as we know it, took shape in the 19th century in England. With the first Wimbledon tournament held in 1877, tennis quickly gained global traction and became a cornerstone of professional sports. Pickleball. Pickleball is a much more recent invention, created in 1965 by three dads, Joel Pritchard, Bill Bell, and Barney McCallum in Bainbridge Island, Washington. It began as a backyard pastime meant to entertain bored children. The game was a mix of elements from badminton, tennis, and table tennis. It remained a niche activity for decades before exploding in popularity during the 2010s, especially among older adults looking for a less physically demanding alternative to tennis. Padel. Padel, also called Padel tennis, originated in Mexico in 1969. Enrique Corcuera, a wealthy businessman, adapted his home's squash court into a new sport combining squash and tennis elements. Padel caught on quickly in Spain and Latin America, particularly Argentina. Over the past 2 decades, it has spread into Europe and the Middle East, and more recently, North America. Second, court size and layout. Tennis. Court size 78 feet by 27 feet, singles 78 feet by 36 feet, doubles. Surface types: grass, clay, hard court. Net height 3.5 feet at the posts, 3 feet at the centre. Tennis courts are the largest of the three sports. They require more space, which makes the sport more physically demanding in terms of footwork and endurance. Pickleball. Court size 44 feet by 20 feet. Surface usually hard court. Net height 36 inches at the sidelines, 34 inches at the centre. Pickleball courts are about 1/4 the size of a tennis court, making it easier to cover ground quickly. This smaller scale contributes to the sport's accessibility for beginners and seniors. Padel. Court size 66 feet by 33 feet, enclosed. Surface artificial turf or synthetic. Net height similar to tennis, slightly lower. Padel is played on an enclosed court with glass or mesh walls which are in play. The court is slightly smaller than a tennis court and promotes fast, close quarter action. 3. Equipment. Tennis. Racket, strung frame, 27 to 29 inches long. Ball, pressurized felt-covered rubber ball. Shoes, designed for court grip and lateral movement. Tennis rackets are larger and more powerful, requiring more skill and strength to control. The tennis ball is also faster and bounces higher than balls in the other two sports. Pickleball. Paddle, solid-faced paddle, often made of composite materials like graphite or carbon fibre. Ball, lightweight plastic ball with holes like a wiffle ball. Shoes, similar to tennis shoes, but sometimes more cushioned for indoor play. Pickleball equipment is lightweight and easy to handle, particularly for those new to racket sports. The ball travels slower and bounces lower, which affects shot selection and rally length. Padel. Racket. Perforated solid paddle shorter than a tennis racket. Ball. Similar to a tennis ball but slightly less pressure. Shoes. Typically tennis shoes or paddle-specific models with extra grip for turf. Paddle rackets are distinctive in their design, no strings but instead a foam core composite face. The racket size and reduced court size allow for quick reflexes and creative play off the walls. Fourth, gameplay and rules. Tennis. Scoring, love 15, 30, 40 game with 6 games per set and typically best of 3 or 5 sets. Serves. Overhead serve, 2 chances. Play. Singles or doubles. Pace, medium to high intensity. Powerful baseline rallies or net play. Tennis is a game of endurance, power and precision. Players need excellent mobility and often spend years mastering techniques like topspin, drop shots and volleys. Pickleball. Scoring, points only on serve, games typically to 11, win by 2. Serves, underhand serve, diagonally cross-court, play, mostly doubles. Pace, slower ball speed, but fast-paced rallies. Pickleball emphasises strategy over brute force. The kitchen or non-volley zone near the net prevents overpowering net play and encourages smart shot placement. Doubles play is more common due to the size of the court and slower ball speed. Padel. Scoring, same as tennis, 15 to 30 to 40 to game, but games usually go to best of 3 sets. Serves, underhand, bounce before contact. Play, always doubles. Pace, fast, high energy, with emphasis on reflexes and teamwork. Padel stands out for its use of walls. The ball can be played off glass walls, similarly to squash, extending rallies and adding unpredictability. Strategy often revolves around ball control and clever use of angles. 5. Physical demands and accessibility. Tennis. Tennis is the most physically demanding of the 3. It requires high levels of endurance, strength and agility, especially for singles play. Injuries can be common without proper technique and conditioning. Accessibility, moderate. The learning curve is steeper. Best for athletes with good cardio fitness and experience in racket sports. Pickleball. Pickleball is known for its low-impact nature, making it highly accessible for seniors and beginners. Shorter court distances reduce strain on joints, and games tend to be less physically intense. Accessibility, high. Easy to learn, hard to master. Best for all ages, especially those looking for social or recreational fitness. Padel. Padel sits in the middle. The court is enclosed and smaller than tennis, reducing the need to sprint long distances, but the fast pace and creative use of walls make it a dynamic workout. Accessibility, moderate to high. Best for social athletes looking for fun, fast-paced action with less strain than tennis. 6. Popularity and growth. Tennis. Tennis is a global sport with a massive professional circuit, ATP/WTA, Olympic recognition and historic Grand Slam tournaments like Wimbledon and the US Open. It has deep roots in countries like the US, UK, France, Australia and Japan. Despite occasional declines in youth participation, tennis remains one of the most watched and played sports worldwide. Pickleball. Pickleball has been the fastest growing sport in the United States for several years running. Its ease of entry and low cost has led to rapid adoption in schools, retirement communities, and local rec centres. Professional pickleball leagues have emerged, like the PPA and MLP, attracting former tennis stars and celebrities alike. Still, it's primarily a grassroots-driven sport. Padel. Padel is the second most popular sport in Spain and growing fast in Europe, the Middle East, and Latin America. It's becoming a lifestyle activity in countries like Sweden and the UAE, where padel clubs are trendy social hubs. Although less common in the US, interest is building as padel courts are installed in urban areas and sports complexes. 7. Social and cultural appeal. Tennis. Tennis has an elite country club reputation in some areas. Although public courts are common, it can be a solitary sport, singles, or a social one, doubles, but practice often requires serious time and discipline. It's respected as both an athletic endeavour and a prestigious pastime. Pickleball. Pickleball is arguably the most social of the three. Its casual doubles-focused format makes it ideal for meetups and friendly games. Community is a core element, with many players citing friendships and fun as reasons they play. You're just as likely to see a 70-year-old playing a 25-year-old as you are a husband and wife duo battling it out with their neighbours. Padel. Padel is a lifestyle sport. It's popular among urban professionals who enjoy its energetic style, social doubles format, and club-like environment. Many courts are built with lounges and cafes, making it as much a hangout as a competition. Its use of glass walls also makes it visually striking. Watching a padel game can be just as entertaining as playing one. So do you want to play padel, tennis, or pickleball? AKA the sport invented when someone said, "What if ping pong and tennis had a baby and it was raised by retirees?"